Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. This is part 3 for y'all YouTube and whole new podcast for y'all podcasters. Back to our story. Sorry, somebody came to the door, interrupted it. Y'all know I don't do editing and I don't have time to be trying to delete what nobody says or whatever. And yeah, I ain't got time for all that. Go ahead.
So yeah, I think she was apologizing for one, not figuring out that, hey, I have mental problems, and two,
Even though I told her, but okay.
Yeah, well, to me, when I mean by figuring
And
out,
even Bree spoke to her, but okay.
what I mean figure out, meaning she was so focused on trying to figure out.
No, she was so focused on trying to find something against me.
That's what I mean. She's trying. What I mean by
I'm sorry. This whole situation has me so mad right now. Woo, I'm trying to stay calm, but I want to tear some shit up. But go ahead.
The reason why she triggered me so bad was she was trying to figure out, and also the part why you were she was trying to figure out if you were the cause of my mentals. Because she did, at one point in between those times, she didn't believe I had mentals. And then, even though you told her, and then when she figured out that I did have mentals, and she was looking for a way to, she thought you were the cause of it. So
I am. You get it from my genetics.
Not that, meaning.
Oh.
Because how you explained
Well,
it to
you get
people.
it from both genetics, your dad and mine. But go ahead.
I know, but you remember how you explained it, and you already know how DCF does the background. I think she spoke to the doctor that said, when we got diagnosed, that told you that if this didn't happen,
If the trauma that you went through didn't happen correct, it wouldn't have been.
so I don't have no idea what this noise is. Kola! She's eating there.
Told y'all that dog is disrespectful and rude.
No, I wasn't going crazy with that stupid noise. I hate when that sounds, because as soon as I hear it and I doubt myself, my ear picks it up again louder and louder until I get annoyed and finally snap and go see what it is. Sorry about it. But yeah, I can't remember exactly, but I think that's also why she triggered me. So I know I gotta hold on, okay? I think now that you're telling me about it, and now that I really think back, I can't remember exactly what happened, but I can try to remember my feelings back then and what got triggered, since I am in better tune with my younger self than before, and I'm better. And since you explained, and we actually have a better diagnosis of the mystery diagnosis that no one could explain for years. Yeah, and now that, and then I did a little bit, like you said, do a little bit of research on it, and out of my own feelings and own internal, because the research I did says different things for autistic and different versions, because there's different levels, but I mostly paid attention to the ones that have the same, sounding to me, or have the same relevancy to all autistics. Yeah.
Girl, then come on.
Yeah. So I think because we already went through the whole why I have abandonment issues and why Delano has been. So mind you, at that time they were still doing the abandonment issues problem thing. And I don't think I was diagnosed with that yet, because it wasn't there yet. Like, it wasn't where you could see it. So I think she just made it worse when she was trying to find a way to... I think she made it worse when she was trying to find ways that to prove that you were behind my whole, and not genetic mentals, but trigger mentals. And she triggered me because she was... This is why I liked her, but I didn't like her. Because if she was right, then yeah, it would have worked, where she was trying to talk to me, and it pretty much talk to me how you do, but explain the situation in a better way. And she was trying to and I obviously understood her because I broke down afterward. But the way she was explaining it, if it was the people that actually did it to me, I would have been hyped because it would be going to jail forever. But now she was talking about all the negative things the people did, but saying it was you and promising to never see you
And now,
again.
why do you think I won the case against DCF and that? Let me tell you, she fucked up with you so bad, because that was supposed to be Delano's case technically. She fucked up with you so bad. That's why when I went and got me an advocate, and I requested to sit down with her, the supervisor of DCF, my advocate, and I went into that meeting and I clearly stated my child's own therapist explained to her the trauma that you were going through and how she was negatively impacting you, your behavior, and everything. And she still continued to push you and push you and push you. And that's when I told them, you guys are supposed to be quote unquote removing kids that are neglected and are, abused and things like that, not be the abuser and cause the trauma. I said, the case that I feel I have right now, I will take all y'all fuckers at this table to fucking court for my child's mental health and my child. Because at the end of the day, my child went through so much trauma during that time, that was unnecessary.
And then the second time, what was actually for me, what I think was that did it after the whole thing was over, and what kept her, the reason why she kept doing it was because, I don't know how to explain this, because I get where she's coming from in this aspect, because you raised us and Bella raised you how to respect the elderly and stuff, but it's kind of a weird feeling I got from her, more like, because grandma was elderly and she was your mother, I guess she had a good relationship with her mother or something, I don't know.
Yeah, not everybody has a good relationship with their mother.
I know, but I guess she was going off of the thought of how all these other cases were, where the grandparents step in because they know their child and they know their grandchild, and they know if something's wrong, and so I guess she had so many of those cases, and then actually, in truth, the mother of the child was the actual cause of the child's downfall. I'm just gonna put it that way, and the grandparents were actually loving him, because I think, and I don't think it's her fault, but I do think it's her fault because she was easily fooled. But I think grandma also picked up, because she can pick up on that sort of stuff. So I think she picked up on that. And that would also explain, because there was this one time that she did randomly show up, and I think you did hear, and I did tell you, and we had this conversation afterwards. But you expected grandma to be fake and stuff. But if you were there, you would have, oh my God, you'd be suffocating from how much fakeness she put in.
Oh, she was good at being fake.
I mean, you remember that time I got stuck on trying to doing acting?
Uh-huh.
That was the reason why she did that. She could be a professional actor. If she was I couldn't. And the worst part is, she went, as soon as she finally got the lady to be, I guess you could say defenseless, she went for her heartstrings even more, because what made the lady defenseless was she was going for her heartstrings. So she went even more for her heartstrings. But this time, knowing what she knew from just talking to her for a little bit, she used what she figured out in a way to pretty much talk to her as how she talked to the family and you. And that's kind of where I'm at, but don't like in between, because her intentions and stuff and the way, and if it was like those other cases, then she would have been right and she would have actually been helping. But because of that, she wasn't, and yeah.
It was crazy, like I said, I've always had people attack us. There's always been a problem with my family dynamic from my own mother. But personally, when it comes to my mother, I believe she was just jealous of the relationship that me and my kids had. I believe she was jealous of how close my kids were to me, because her and I never had that relationship. But it takes a mom in order to have that. She was never willing to give up anything for me. She was willing to give me up to other people to not give up anything that she wanted to do.
Would that also coincide? Because for some reason this is popping in my head. And I can't remember if this is memory or just me just thinking. But, if she was jealous, this would make sense, though, of the relationship. Because I think we did talk about something like that, but I was young. And I think because I think at that point, you were like, why are you trying to baby her? Why are you trying to buy her off? And stuff like this afterwards.
Yeah, because I used to always wonder, why was she trying to buy you off?
That's because I think without realizing it, but realizing it, I think my little head realized, or my instincts, pretty much what you said with the picture. I loved her because she's blood relative in the picture. I didn't like her in real person because I could actually feel her intent on bad, on her negativity and intent on negativity. So I was like, stay away from me. So, but I think that's what was it. She regrets, but not regrets. Well, obviously she doesn't, big time. But what I mean is, she regrets not having that relationship with you for selfish reasons. I'm gonna put that first. And two, but she is not regretting anything she done to you. The only reason why she was jealous of the relationship that you and me had was for, I guess you kind of could say it was my fault, but it wasn't my fault because you taught me to be honest. And I had no filter back then, so you already know I was honester than anything. So I think I told her how I really felt and told her how to fix it if she really did want us to care. And that's why she started buying me off, because she didn't want to listen to the truth and the right way to do it, which was pretty much I told her to stop being batty and actually act like a mother and a grandmother. Well, act like a mother to you. And, well, I guess you can't say I said a grandmother too, because my grandmother's supposed to love my mother. Because my mother is her child.
Mom.
And so, I think that's...
Please stop tapping me. It's called excuse me. Okay?
Okay.
And then I think that's why she thought...
Mom.
And you still didn't say excuse me.
Excuse me.
Yes.
Well, sometimes I love you.
Okay, and I love you all the time, not just sometimes. You literally just said you love me sometimes.
She's gonna video focus on the camera than you right now.
Anyways, go
Goodbye.
ahead, Beba.
I want to do a video.
Don't you see we're in the middle of doing something, though? When you're doing your video, we don't interrupt. We let you do your video.
What do you mean? Because she's not listening.
That's why I just let her dance in the video. It doesn't bother me. You just keep talking.
Oh, just stop spinning me, please. Because she did spin me a bit, and I hear my arm.
Well, if you go back to where you were, she would have space right there. She wasn't touching you before.
There's a reason why. I think I was on the bag.
Oh, I don't know.
The wheel was buggy. But I also moved the
But yeah.
but yeah, that's why I think she tried to start buying.
Yes, Lyrical.
Can I have a banana?
Shirt down.
No, you already had a banana. And you had rice with eggs, so you're not getting anything to eat right now.
And those noodle things? No, those little things that she asked for.
Oh yeah, and then you did have another snack after that, so you're fine.
The reason why she started buying me off is pretty much I told her if she didn't actually act like a mother and a caring person to you and stop and change her ways, I was not gonna
I need the orange marker.
I was not gonna do nothing for her and stuff like. I was pretty much gonna say.
That's fine. A little orange marker.
Okay.
Something like that. Like pretty much I pretty much told her the truth. Stop treating you like shit, and then we can have a relationship.
Yeah, but she never stopped anymore.
I know. So because in reality, she didn't want to have a relationship with me. She just wanted the
To
thing
look
that
like grandmother the damn year to everybody else and they damn mama.
That and not that. Because, yeah, she wanted to look like grandmother of the year to everybody else. But she also wanted me to believe that how Delano was. You know how she was satisfied, even though she didn't want Delano, she was satisfied how Delano treated her, because no matter what she did, and she could even spout nonsense to him, he would still try to chase after her love and be loyal to her.
And she'd be the asshole to tell him that she don't love him. That was some fucked up shit.
That's what she wanted, the same thing for me. But the thing was, I didn't care two fudges about her, because I already knew from little, I could sense that aura that you don't actually care about nobody but yourself. Especially, I think this is what triggered me the most, and why I said
Don't move my pumpkin.
You're still yelling and interrupting, though, my love.
Sorry.
Till the day we have not seen her face to face, this aura has not changed. The selfishness and the fact that she's lying about the parts that she wants you to be her family. She just wants you to be like love slaves, but the difference is not that kind of love slave where you are in a relationship with her, but more of a you love her no matter what ordeal and will do anything for her.
Because Koa bit it.
Anything for
Sissy
her.
took it from Koa.
And even die for her. But she don't have to do the same for you.
Yeah.
And she was mad at the fact that I could pretty much sniff out the phoniness and the fact that you don't actually care about us. You just want slaves because you think you have a right.
Back to what I was saying before I got the call, which interrupted everything that I was saying. I don't understand why people always come for me and try to take my kids away from me. I feel like it's just a targeted thing because of the mental health. A targeted thing because they don't understand how can I function and still provide. Not everybody that goes through things have to be neglectful. Not everybody that goes, like, I can literally be at my breaking point and feel like I want to end the world right now, but I'm going to make sure that I'm trying to be the best parent that I can be during that whole entire process. I'm not just going to turn around and tell my kids, screw you, I'm just going to focus on me. I'm not going to do that. Never been that way. I'm still not that way now, which is why it takes me so long sometimes to get out of scenarios, which is why it takes me so long sometimes to be okay again. I'll go through months, I'm fine, all of a sudden it'll just be a real struggle. It'll be like 2 or 3 months. The door, it'll be 2 or 3 months of like just straight up struggling, and in that process I'll slack on certain things. In that process I'll struggle with certain things, like sometimes I'll just be like really lost, you know. But at my house being dirty really has only been a down here thing, because I've really been in a bad mental space, like a very horrible mental space since my pregnancy and after my pregnancy.
Excuse me.
Yes?
Well, is my pumpkin pretty?
Yes, it looks beautiful. I love it. Good job. Keep going. Keep going. And yeah, like I'm still trying to officially get all the way out of my postpartum depression. That's not including my depression. Like,
Excuse me.
yes. Good job. So pretty. I am still like trying to, you know, get out of it, and I'm still trying to come to, but then the leg things happen, and it's like, bro, first of all, because I have 2 high functioning autistic children, even though my oldest is 20 and the middle one is 13, and then I have a preschooler, I can't just go work somebody's 9-to-5 job. Who's gonna take care of my kids? Or who's gonna be there? Like, I'm in a whole state with no support. If I was back home in Connecticut, yeah, I would have went to work, and then I would have, you know what I'm saying, had the oldest watch my 2 youngest. I'd have been on the phone. My cousin would have been helping, but I didn't have that luxury because we didn't have nowhere to live, so I couldn't do it. I had no way. And then my cousin, who would have been able to help me at that time, her job had crazy hours, so I couldn't really count on her like that. And I wasn't gonna add pressure to her because that wasn't her problem. That the other half didn't keep their word and wasn't doing what they needed to do to help. But the whole struggling to keep everything clean, the whole struggling with everything, because I was a person before my mental breakdown, I was taking showers 2-3 times a day. And then when my mental breakdown came and the postpartum came, it was a struggle to get in the shower every day once. Like, and to brush my teeth was really my biggest, I don't know why my teeth were my biggest struggle, but they really were. That's why my teeth are so fucked up now. Like, do you think I want to go through this? I want to deal with this? No, I don't. But I have mental health and I have to cope and process and still deal with my trauma, deal with my kids, fix whatever trauma they have going on or was caused. Like, it's a lot of pressure on a person. It's a lot of pressure on a person, completely pressure. And then when you have people constantly coming to attack you or constantly coming to accuse you, but nobody's offering any help, that's like if you're seeing a poor little kid trying to walk and they keep falling and you just walk right past them instead of offering them your hand to help them up and help them walk. Damn, humanity's a bitch. Ain't nobody humane anymore. Ain't nobody got no empathy, like nothing. I don't know why I said empath. Like nothing. Society is just like, well, fuck you, figure it out. And if you can't, then the first thing is I'm gonna take your fucking kids. And then for a person who is suicidal like me, that the only reason why they are alive is because of their kids, then you might as well just sign my death warrant. Like, you really might as well just sign it. Because I have no other reason to hold me on this earth anymore. And people have always come for my kids. And I've always expressed that. I've always vocalized that. I've always been very open about that. The next Beba. I've always been very open about it. Like, always. Always. And people just do what they do. Right, Beba?
Huh?
People just do what they do.
Yep.
Like, the shit is crazy. The shit is crazy. The shit is crazy. Like, it's just insane. Anything else you want to share that you remember?
You're old. You made me drop my phone. Good. You could have broke. And
From
Mom
that
would be
high,
mad
yeah,
at me.
but you're like interrupting. Nobody. This is. Did you get a sense of we were all laughing and joking?
No.
Did you get a sense of anything that we were saying was ha ha he he?
No. Sorry.
So what was the whole point of that?
Sorry.
You do that a lot, and I keep talking to you about that. Your sense of humor is not funny, especially when you do it at the wrong times. And sorry does not fix everything, Watson. We've been through that as well. Anyways, Beba, back to what I was saying. Because we're about to end this soon. Because I'm already triggered. Like, everything around me has triggered me so bad.
Nothing from the past. The only thing I remember now was the pumpkin that she has is the only pumpkin that they had at Dollar. I think they said last year they weren't going to get the pumpkins. They were going to get something different this year. That's why I grabbed the pumpkin and
How long till Halloween?
A whole month and a whole 2 months and a half.
Oh, around 2 months. So yeah, nothing from the past. I don't remember anymore. Just the pumpkin.
Delana, let me ask you a question. You know, since you're here,
No, I'm leaving
We were
soon.
talking
I'm
about the
leaving
past.
soon. I'm leaving soon. I'm leaving soon.
so I need to ask you,
Yes.
do you really feel like if I leave, I'm never coming back? Like,
Yes.
I'm gonna leave you
Yes.
and abandon you?
Yes.
Why?
Because you say it a lot of times. You said it a lot of times, like soon.
That's bullshit. You was doing that way. Don't do that.
Well, I mean, no. I mean, like, from now, I think I should say more like, we're gonna leave, but before, I don't know. I had no reason.
I thought you said
He doesn't remember.
Yes.
Remember, it's one of the things he doesn't.
And I've never told you I'm gonna leave you now, Delano.
He doesn't want.
What do I say exactly?
You're gonna run away?
Me. I'm leaving.
Yeah.
Also, Delano, all those things your dad told you that mom would do, that's what is causing the thinking of the
She's
me.
gonna be gone.
He doesn't understand because his dad's been, like I said, his dad's been doing it since he was young, like baby, pretty much. So he thinks it's him talking to him regularly because that's how he always talked to him. He doesn't realize these certain things. I'm the one that realizes it, and that's why I get mad. He doesn't realize. That's why he
I
calmed
heard
me down.
you. I shook my head. Yes, lyrical.
That's why he tries to calm me down, because he doesn't know why I'm getting so mad about. Because he didn't realize this is why I'm getting mad about. Because your dad said this, and this is what it means. The things, he probably doesn't remember half the things his dad says, because it's either traumatizing or it's connected with his PTSD. And he didn't, like, half the things that were bad, that Delano felt bad about, like he was blaming himself about, those are the times I would actually explain the words to him and explain that it ain't your fault, and, you know, do my big sister thing. But like I told you, they talk to us like we were stupid kids, and obviously since Sandy didn't really teach Delano nothing, he really was like a stupid kid, but he wasn't stupid. He just didn't. He had hope. He had hope that it would change, that they would actually show him love, that if he did what they said, that he would get the love that he had so much for them, even though they didn't
have no love for him.
Exactly. But like I said, all those words, the ones that hurt him the most, I already know he locked them up because those are the words he understood. And also those are the words that are his triggers. And some of his triggers, not all of them. But majority of the main ones. And then the other words, I remember the words, the meaning of the words. Like I tell you, I remember the meaning of the words because they're talking to us like kids, but like little kids, under our age kids. And they didn't think I would understand it. Delano didn't actually understand it because they were talking to me like I was his age.
Alright, let me get the marker back.
So I guess that's why he didn't understand it, because they were talking to me like I was his age, but in reality, I understood every single word you said. He didn't understand because he thought, you know how Grandma used to tell him how she hated him, but still acted like but he thinks she said she loved him. It's the same thing, the same exact thing.
Nah, he started to hear it because remember he would cry. He would come downstairs.
I know,
and cry.
but that's before the hear. I'm talking about the time you and her had that conversation about.
Hey, you got what?
What happened, what?
I did good on that pumpkin.
Okay.
I did good. Let me show.
Down, bro.
Let me show.
Beba, you act like you can't decorate the back of the
This
pumpkin.
wall boy.
Because I had a plan, and I definitely don't want to decorate the back of that pumpkin.
Josh.
She didn't hear, and he didn't hear.
Alright, well, we've been talking a long time, did a couple of videos, and did already one whole podcast, and should another one. I still have to do Beba's coaching session. We didn't do it today. I think I'm going to leave it for tomorrow. What do you think?
Just because, yes.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And just because little kids may not understand certain words, that doesn't mean they can't comprehend the meaning behind it. You can say a word and they can understand the meaning. Just because you act and smile nicely and talk in a nice tone doesn't mean every kid is as stupid as people think. Some kids can trick you and act stupid, but in reality they're geniuses. They just don't want to deal with your BS. And that comes from Grandma and Sanjay, Delano's biological father. Because they acted just because I had conditions and I acted stupid at school because I hated my certain teachers and the certain other people that triggered me, including students. That don't mean I'm an idiot. And that's also where I think I'm not smart and stuff came from. Because they literally would say, why... right in front of me because they believed I was an idiot. I ain't no idiot. I understand everything. Why do you think? And they think I would get mad for no reason too. I get mad because I know the meaning of what you think you're hiding in your sentence and in your auras. I can read you like an open book. But they never saw that because I wouldn't let them see that. Because if I'd proven that, they were just going to be even more stupid. And it was already bad enough that one time I accidentally let Grandma know I know how to read certain people. And she tried to use me for something she wanted, but I didn't cooperate, and that's also why she bought me off not to tell you. I just forgot what it was because I was like, I don't care because I didn't actually do it, so I did not participate in nothing evil. So I just put it in the back of my head and I enjoyed what I was eating. And I milked her for that experience.
Well, y'all, hope y'all were entertained with the drama of my life and my children's life. And hope y'all have a blessed day. And don't forget, somebody has it out there worse than you. And I know there's somebody that has it out there worse than me. So I just try to use that as a motivator to keep me pushing. But Bubba, do you want to say something before we leave?
I love you guys and rock and roll.
Anything else?
And
Aw, you do a heart. You're so sweet. You're so sweet. I keep forgetting not to smile all the way because of my damn tooth. All right, y'all. It was nice knowing y'all. Be blessed. Don't forget to count. Don't forget to. Oh my gosh! Don't forget today ain't promise to nobody. So make it count and let's make yesterday jealous. Don't worry about tomorrow.
Yes,
You got
promise.
this. Later, Gators.
yes, promise.
Promise what?
Yes, promise to everybody.
Promise what to everybody?
I think she's
You
trying to
love
say, other than that, but she meant when you said when tomorrow's not promised to anybody, she's trying to tell you promise that tomorrow's to you guys.
Oh, I got you. All right, later, Gators.